To be honest, this video was inspired by my colleagues. We were recently having a lunch together and they asked, and I shared with them that I really have a chance to combine my full-time job, my 2 blogs on Instagram and on YouTube, as well as my hobbies, keeping alive and not forgetting to go for regular check-ins with professionals and so on and so forth. So that's why I realized that it's really something that I can share with you, and you probably would have a benefit out of that. And to not give a long speech on that, I really want to dig into the step-by-step procedure. So at the beginning of the year, I always like this procedure of having the New Year's resolution. And to be honest, I'm not making them blurry. Usually I have them on my iPad and I'm writing down 4 or 5 resolutions. So this year I decided to go 2 ways. So I technically even splitting my monthly goals, but I would explain it later, into 2 sections. So one of my New Year's resolution was focused on my health, mental health, physical health, healthy relationship with myself, and similar stuff. Another thing, my main priority for this year is developing my YouTube channel. If you don't know, I have first channel in Russian where I talk about the life as an immigrant in Germany. I'm explaining a lot of things, doing a lot of work. So that's why I really need to keep track of everything, all the ideas that are randomly coming my way. So that's why I decided to put few goals for myself, New Year resolution for both these spheres, just to make sure that despite the fact I'm chasing my big goals for the blog, I'm not forgetting about myself. That was the thinking behind that. Let me know if that resonates with you, because I figure out that for me somehow the prioritizing myself part was splitting away. Like, it's very easy for me to deprioritize my own needs. I don't know, probably just cultural background or the way I was raised. I don't know what's causing that, but I really don't want to keep with that for any time longer. So that's why I'm prioritizing myself as well as I'm prioritizing my blog. So at the beginning of the year, I was so inspired. I like this procedure, as I said, to sit down, to think thoughtfully about what I really want to achieve, how I envision myself, at least in 1 year. If you are already beneficially using this approach, you may even go further to envision yourself in next 3-5 years, maybe in 20 years. It's based on the metrics or the pyramid of Benjamin Franklin, who was really a great entrepreneur, great pioneer, mixed the word, in the prioritizing. So that's why I got inspiration from his approach. So basically what I do, I write few goals, and then every single month I have this paper. And on purpose it's like thin and it's bright color, because I really realized previous years that I was always forgetting what was my big goals. It's a sign that probably goals were not like really resonating with me, but probably was more coming from the ego part, not like from my intention. But I realized that I really need to keep eye on my bigger goals. So that's why now every month when I'm sitting down and writing my plans, I start from the aligning goals for the year with the monthly goals. They're written in Russian, but it doesn't actually make a lot of sense. Doesn't make a difference, because the process is similar. So I have my open goals for the year. For example, achieve 100K on my Russian-speaking YouTube blog. So that means that for this month, January, February, March, April, May, whatever month it's coming, I'm sitting down and thinking, what is achievable goal in this month that is fitting my big goal. For example, I can put into writing that I want to achieve, my KPI for this month would be to achieve, for example, 20K on my channel, or to produce X amount of videos. And actually that's what I do. For example, I put here that I regularly post one video per week plus 5 shorts per week. So that's why every single month I know that I'm looking at this, but my goals, monthly goals, are aligned with my end year, full year goals. So that's why it's easier for me to calm myself down and understand that every single day I'm doing something towards my bigger goals without constantly checking in how I'm doing. So at the beginning of the month, for example, I'm recording this in May, so there was recently the beginning of the month, I sat down, I wrote all the ideas that I have for this month that would be appealing to the big goals that I have for the year. For example, it's for my personal plan. I really want to be consistent on my training, so I put there 3 times workout per week at least. I also put it into my to-do list to go to Philharmony. I purchased already tickets to go there with my mom. She has a birthday, so it was part of her birthday gift. I also put it here as the priority to go for a one-day trip somewhere nearby to explore cities around Berlin. I also put here the appointment that I had already with my cosmetologist. I also put here to purchase new Kerastase hair routine for myself. Also provide some stuff for charity, and also create the day for myself to get relaxation. So basically that's my know-how. Really good idea that I put here as the goal for the month, to have at least one day to chill, do nothing, and really relax. So that's why for my weekly plans I usually have, for example, the point, create an idea how I can spend this day. So basically that was my plan for the May. And for the blog, of course, I had like regular posting on one social media, another. I'm working towards the goal to have the plan developed, so content plan developed in few weeks upfront. So that's also one of my KPIs that I'm working towards. I want to test the new format of the video, so I put it there, and I put here how much I want to get earned, so it's going to be motivating me. So once I done this, as you see, they are changeable, so every single month I just take another one, and I'm actually keeping them in my pocket in this notebook, just for me at the end of the year to sync up and see what seem to be small steps at the end put me into position of the great achievements. That's my goal. I'm really a fan or ambassador of the theory of small steps, because I do believe that only this approach really works for great achievements. And whenever my monthly goals are visualized for myself first, every Monday I do the planning. I sit down, I have this great notebook that I do like. I tried few versions of the notebooks, physical ones. I really prefer handwriting, so if you like the approach but don't like to handwrite, you can still adopt it to your own preferences, based on your own preferences, but I do like, so that's why it's giving me like calmness whenever I'm sitting down. Worth to mention that I do something similar for my working notes, so I inherited the same procedure for keeping every single week and month transparent for myself, so at the end year review I would know what to write for myself as a feedback of the year. But let me know if you want to have a precise view on my working notes. But basically on Monday I open my notebook and start checking in what is my monthly goal and what I can do to achieve this goal in this week, to be adjust to something that I have put into my monthly goals. For example, go for appointment to cosmetician. I, for example, can put here that I need to book this appointment. Or for example, here I put it like I need to do storytell on my Instagram about myself, so I put it as the action plan. I, for example, also put here like develop like few weeks up front the content plan. Everything that can be split into some actionable items when I don't need to really chase those goals for a few days or even the week. I'm trying to split them into smaller chunks, so to produce the dopamine that is raising whenever I have in the achievement, small achievement. It's based, of course, on the book Atomic Habit. I think no one who thinks about time management and being efficient doesn't know about this book, but still it's really bestseller, and I'm getting always inspiration from that book. So that's why I'm doing everything that I can do within action. For example, if I need to produce one video, I would split that into record video, post-product video, and publish video. So that would be 3 different action items for me, and then I can go along and just cross whenever one step or another is finished. And at the end of the week, I also count how many of my goals have been achieved, and I have 2 more or 3 more small details that really make the big change. So everything we talked about right now, it's like Pareto law, when you have 80 to 20. So it was 80% of your work that's giving you, like, where you really put everything into thinking, doing the great job, but the additional 20 making it perfect. Because first and foremost, I also trying to keep track of my menstrual cycling, so that's why I also put the days, what is my cycle right now. Because if you would talk with any specialist, or you would just observe your body, how it reacts or how it changed during the months, you would definitely see the differences in your energy capacity. So that's why I realized that because I'm working like as an extrovert, sometimes I need to go outside my comfort zone and talk to people, for example, present something. Now I keep track on my notebook the days I'm in my cycle. So that's why whenever I'm planning something outstanding, I'm making sure it won't be at the end of my periods, whenever I'm lacking energy and don't have like those inspirational attitude. I rather have it more towards the middle of my period. So that's why for women, I think it's really important. So that's why I do not blend it out. I think it's definitely will make a change to your routine and your achievements and your efficiency. The second also important thing, I'm highlighting what is my highest priority for the week. If you read the book Essentialism, you definitely know that the word priority is the single word. So it's the single understanding of the priority, and only because people were so declining the idea of having only one priority, they designed to make the priorities in plural form. So, but if you go into essential meaning of priority, it should be one and only. And I'm trying to also stick to this approach, and I'm defining for myself what would be my priority for this single week. And whenever something is going wrong, I'm always aligning to my main priority. If I don't have time for going with friends, but my priority was to get more social, I would deprioritize something else and go with my friends, for example, or go with my family for dinner. You see the traction, and that's actually spicing up your level of life whenever you feel you are not really into FOMO, because you understand that you are working towards the bigger priority that is meaningful for you. This approach you can also use for the whole year, for the months, whenever it works for you. I realized that for me, week by week is really great, because then I can really focus on one thing and the rest is going its own way. And to be honest, I never complete all my to-do list within 1 week, and it's realistic. I'm not trying to strive for perfection. I understand that we are humans. Sometimes we are maybe not that great with the estimation, so that's why if more than 60-70% of my to-do tasks were done, that's really great week. If not, I would check if that was at the end of the period, my week was at the end of the period, and then next month I would readjust a bit to give myself less pressure on those days. And the last but not least is this small pink notepad, sticker note, right, where I put the most significant parts, the most significant things that happened with me during this week. And it's interesting because I was doing like last year something similar, but not in my notebook, but in jar, where I was putting every week, at the end of the week, something that was really remarkable during the week, and at the end of the year, we together with my boyfriend were sitting down and discussing what was our small and tiny wins. And this year I'm doing something different. I have this sticky notes on every single week. And at the end of the week, on Sunday, I usually sitting down and writing something really great to remind myself that even this week, small chunk of days, hours, minutes, were already bringing something meaningful into my life. For example, I was going first time for the high heels training, dancing. I got my assistant help for the blog. I first time got an idea for offline event that I was organizing. So it was something remarkable, and of course at the end of the year I realized that it was like tiny steps, but during that period of time it seems to be very much important to me. So that's why I'm trying to keep the track of all these lovely things and appreciate my own work, because I do believe that love to yourself is more crucial than criticizing yourself, because support really can help you to grow, other than fear can only put you down and sometimes demotivate you completely. So that's my way how I motivate myself from day to day, from month to month, from year to year. And let me know if that helped you. And of course, let me know if you have any questions. I would comment them back in the comment section. See you!